All right, so let's talk about the movie that came out not too long ago about the heist back in 2007. That was about me and my three friends, not five friends, three friends. There was five. There was four of us, not six of us, that were a part of that whole thing. Um, and yeah, we obviously, you saw we did the crime, we did the time, and now we're all out and we're living our best lives. We don't even talk to each other anymore. All right, but anyways, let's just get to the movie. All right, let's talk about the movie about yours truly and his friends. So most of that movie didn't even happen. It's not even a part of the story. Like you don't even you saw the emails. They're on the internet. Look it up. You saw the interrogation videos. You saw the whole entire court session. Most of what you saw in that movie wasn't even mentioned, and nobody even talked about it. Like when you watch the actual documentary about it, like the actual documentary where you got the people sitting in a chair. Oh yeah, I know Charles. He was an all right guy. His jokes were a little bit stale, but those people, they never talked about barely anything in those movies. So I'm just trying to understand, why all the nudity? Well, what is up with all of that? The girl with the in the movie with the blonde hair and the black tips, she and I were only dating for 2 weeks prior to our arrest, and we didn't even make it to third base. All right, like literally, this is about as far as my hand went. Beyond kissing. That's it. We never went any farther than that. And the four of us together only met up in person 3 times. Once was at McDonald's. The other was at a local diner. I'm not gonna say who because I don't want you all blah, whatever. But a local diner. And the third time was when we went on that little money collection spree. All right. That was it. But no, you guys, Hollywood had to, just cram pack it with tons of nudity, and and I don't even know who those other 2 people were. They weren't even, who were they? Dude, we don't even know somebody personally with those names. This is so stupid. Seriously, you guys have nothing better to do than to just sexualize people's lives. You crammed that movie with so much nudity. You gave Game of Thrones a run for their money. I am not kidding. 26 minutes and some seconds in, you got me and my buddy who never ever, all right? The whole candy cane thing. What the actual freak, dude? What? And candy cane? It could have been anything else, but a freaking candy cane? Literally. All right, this is how bad it's gotten, all right? I got kids walking up to me who I'm pretty sure they've never seen the movie, and they're handing me candy canes. I'm like, thanks, well, what's this all about? And then I look off into the distance, and there's their smart aleck parents laughing because they know why. All right, I'm getting candy cane jokes all over the place about me, about something that never happened. I mean, this is why. Just why, Hollywood? Why? All right, this wasn't even your story to tell. I mean, if you really want the real story, watch the dang documentary. Go on YouTube. It's on YouTube. It's on the internet. Literally, that's all that happened. We met up at restaurants. We talked about what we were gonna do to get rich, and then we got together to go collect that money. We got arrested, and that was really the last time we saw each other. You know, I'm out. I'm married. My wife and I, we got a beautiful apartment together. We got a dog. You know, life is grand. Life is gold. But not anymore, because now I got a freaking X-rated film about me. Like, you know, you know, the girl that I was dating. No, I'm not married to her. Again, I don't even talk to any of them anymore. But you know, the girl that I was dating, the girl that my buddy was dating, they don't swing that way either. They so all that stuff about the you know, that didn't happen either. You know, whatever happened between my buddy and her, whatever happened. All right, but that's their business. They were in a long-term relationship and they were living together. All right, so and whenever they would try to, you know, talk a little bit about it, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. You know, that ain't much of anything. You know, it's none of my business. You know, like, you know, but according to Hollywood, it is my business. You know, according to Hollywood, I had everything to do with it. And here's the worst part. Here's what really, really pisses me off. All right, you use this hunk right here, this hunk of a man, to play as me. And then you use this picture of me at the end of the credits? Are you serious? You're going to have this hunk of a man play as me throughout the whole movie, and then you're going to show this picture of my face at the end credits. That is... Really? You are doing me such a disservice here. All right? Because people are thinking, wow, that Charles Medley's a good-looking guy. Wow, what a great-looking man. You know, and then they see this ugly mug of me at the end credits. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm ugly. I'm not saying that I'm ugly, but I'm sure as hell not as good looking as this guy. So, you know, you guys are really just stomping on me right now, dude. This is not fun. You know, and parents, stop making your damn kids hand me candy canes. All right? That's not funny. That is not funny at all. That's all. I'm done talking about this. I just needed to address it because this is really stressful and I'm losing my dang hair over it. So that's all. Have a good day, everyone, because I sure as hell am not. Bye.